You should set your dad up with someone.
Can I just ask you some questions for this survey? Your height and weight.
5'9", 175 pounds.
Exercise habits.
I sprint to the refrigerator and eat buckets of lard.
Caroline? Natasha?
She must be in there. David. It's Natasha.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where are you at currently?
I'm in Rome right now, in Italy.
Whoa, Rome, Italy, huh? It's evening there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m.
Wow. I'm in US, I'm in Chicago, so it's like 1 p.m. here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I got my Christmas tree up, as you can see in the background.
Very nice.
It's a real one, and my mom helped me with the decoration.
My one is downstairs, so you know.
You got yours up too? There you go.
Yeah.
Do you live in Rome full time, or?
I do. I spend my time between Rome and London. That's kind of how I split my time. But yeah, I go to school in Rome, and yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. And you were born there too, or?
I was actually originally, and my whole family we're from Israel.
Wow.
But but I moved to Rome when I was very young, and this has kind of been it ever since. So yeah, I mean, I spend my time, like I said, between Rome and London because my brothers go to university there, and obviously that's kind of,
and you got an English accent though, so it's like here.
Yeah. I mean, I go to a British school here, which would probably explain the British accent. Yeah.
No question. It's like as if you were from London or any part of the UK. It sounds like it. Very well done in that case. Wow. Well, I'm glad to catch up with you. I watched the movie again. I interviewed Jeremy a few weeks back, so I got to talk to him about the film before it released, and now I get to talk to you. So I'm like, I just need Olivia-Mai to complete the trifecta there.
Well, thank you very much for having me and speaking to me.
Absolutely. So tell me about how fun was it working on this film? I mean, there's a Christmas film and romance. You got every element you kind of want in a movie like that, you know, that draws in so many different people.
It was by far, and I genuinely mean this, the best experience of my life. Like, without a doubt. I had so much fun. I think it's like the first time that I really realized that was what I wanted to do and meant, like what I was meant to do for the rest of my life. It kind of felt like when I was in that situation, that environment, that I was like, this is it. Mm-hmm. So it was really, really amazing. Like on, you know, every single front, getting to work with Jeremy and Olivia and Jolie, who are all amazing, talented actors, was just such a learning experience for me, since that was kind of my first kind of dip into into acting on screen, and in such an amazing opportunity. Was a great way to kind of start, and it was genuinely so much fun, so many laughs. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because Jeremy comes from my parts. He's from Chicago. So he's from, when I talked to him, I was talking about all the local things that we relate on, you know, so it was interesting to see him, you know, play in a sense, the American guy, or, you know, the Midwestern American guy in like this European London surrounding too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, in the film, he's absolutely incredible. And just as a person, he's just such a nice guy, like genuinely so funny as he is on screen. He's genuinely a really, really nice person, and it was just such an honor to get to work with him because he's such a seasoned actor. So it was really amazing.
Were you familiar with his work or any shows or movies, or Olivia's or the other members of the cast? Would you like recognize, like, oh my gosh, I saw him in these shows or knew of them from these movies?
So Jeremy, obviously from Mr. Selfridge and Entourage, I had heard of him before, and And yeah, that was amazing. And Olivia, she was on a Disney show that was kind of airing around Italy, and they shot in Milan actually, which
Really?
was interesting. I had never seen it before because I feel like it's maybe targeted towards a slightly younger audience than me, but I definitely saw the show, like, you know, the name of the show, Penny on Mars, on my television, like at some point. So it was really cool, and a lot of my friends knew who they were as well, so they were like, oh my goodness, this is really cool.
Well, especially if it was shot in Italy too, in Milan.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
exactly.
That's like your local, you know, area in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the show after I met Olivia. I watched a few episodes, even though if she knew that, she probably wouldn't be very happy. But I watched it and I was rooting for her all the way through. And I recognized some of the areas, so that was really fun.
That's cool. You know, you guys had great chemistry on screen. I could tell that you guys would seem like best friends. How good of a friendship do you guys have offset, you and Olivia? And, you know, I was actually surprised because I'm like, I didn't know she was like in her 20s. You know, I literally thought she was a teenager. Like, that surprised the heck out of me. And you know what? If I had to pick, I would say you're the 24-year-old and she's the 17-year-old.
Yeah. So Olivia is really amazing. Like, I know I keep saying the word amazing, but it's just a really good word to sum up, you know, the whole experience. But she's such a good person, so kind. She was really, really nice to me, and kind of, you know, showed me the ropes. And it was also really just nice to get to work with someone who, even though isn't quite like as young as I am, who's, you know, generally closer to my age than the other cast members.
Right.
So it was just really nice to have her there. It was kind of she was a calming presence for me. And I mean, on set, off set, we were, you know, laughing all the time, having, you know, dinner together, and it was a really fun experience. And I remember when Olivia and I met a couple of days before we started shooting, the director, Mick Davis, he wanted us to, you know, bond and, you know, kind of get to know each other. So he gave us like £5 each, and he sent us to the little market that they have in York. And he said, I want you to each buy something that you feel represents your character. So we went and we were laughing so much. We got hot chocolate, and it was actually really windy, and we were like holding umbrellas, and she's very small. She was almost flying with her umbrella. I had to like hold her down.
I'm trying to picture it as actually.
It was actually really funny. So yeah, I mean, really, really nice person, really good.
What did
friend.
you guys buy? I'm curious. What did you?
I bought a little necklace that had like kind of like a jewel. It was a kind of an emerald colored stone. And I felt like that kind of represented my character. And Olivia, I think, also bought a necklace, but I can't really remember what she got. It was a necklace, I think.
Yeah, fitting. Both of you kind of went for the same similar thing. So that's.
And I actually wore my necklace at some point in the film.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I wish I knew that. I would have been looking out for it in that case. It would have been a fun little side story to know.
I keep it in my school bag now. It's my lucky charm.
That's so fun. Do you keep in touch with Olivia or the cast members still now that you guys are done filming? Have you kind of stayed in touch?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's good. So you can kind of make some lifelong friends, hopefully, from this experience.
I don't see why not. I mean, everyone's super lovely.
That's a good attitude to have. Are you a fan of Christmas or romance movies in general? Because like I said, this one has an element of both. Were you a fan of the genre in a sense going into it? What's your kind of take on your movie interests?
I mean, Christmas classics. I mean, who doesn't love a good Christmas film in December?
Right.
I love Christmas films. I'm a bit of a Christmas junkie, I think. I just, when it's December, I get happy. I don't know. I love the kind of romantic comedy genre of can be cliched, but I mean, it's fun. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's some element of truth always to it, of course,
of
right?
course, yes. But like a film like Love Actually.
Is that your favorite Christmas movie? Because I hear that's like a lot of people's favorites. I've been asking a lot of people, kind of gauging them on what are your favorite Christmas movies. Would you say your top one? What are your kind of top Christmas movies?
I would say definitely Love Actually, Home Alone, classic.
Classic.
Yeah, I'd say those two are my favorite.
Good choices. For me, it's actually The Holiday. Have you ever seen The Holiday?
No.
Oh, please see it. It's with Cameron Diaz, Jack Black.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have watched it. I have watched it.
Where
But I
they
was very
trade
young.
places, LA and London. I mean, in England, where they switch houses and stuff.
I will as soon as we finish, I'm gonna go watch it right away.
Seriously, check out The Holiday. I think you're gonna love it. It's got a great cast. Kate Winslet's in it. Cameron Diaz. It's so good. I think you're gonna love it. It's like a romantic Christmas comedy.
I probably have watched it, but I just watched so many that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll definitely watch it again.
It's hard to pick, because there's so many great Christmas movies to begin with. Yeah, no, I definitely recommend this one. That one, I think you're gonna really like it. What are some other Christmas like? Do you have any traditions that you like to do? Any special things that you like to do besides the movie watching?
For me, it's kind of, I put the tree up and, presents, the classic. And I just like spending time with my family, really. We're quite a mobile family. We move around a lot. London, Rome, kind of move everywhere. My brothers are in London and I'm here because I go to school. So it's kind of nice just to have like one period in the year where the whole family just comes together to spend time together, which is really nice. Yeah. And we also celebrate Hanukkah. So, we have that as well. So it's like a whole December of celebrations.
You have a full holiday. You really all out. Are you guys going to celebrate in Rome this year or plan on going anywhere else?
Yeah. So Rome mostly, and then maybe Switzerland for a bit, but mostly in Rome. We're not sure yet.
That you can't go worse than those two spots. I mean, those are pretty nice two spots. Switzerland, because you get all the snow and the beauty of it with the mountains and everything. And I'm guessing it's a little bit kind of on a warmer side in Italy, right?
I mean, it's pretty cold for like Italy, but it's definitely not in the minus degrees. It's like, I don't know, 15 degrees or something.
That's not bad. That's comfortable.
I mean, I'm always cold, so I'm always wearing.
You're one of those people that's always cold.
Oh yeah, always cold. Wow, when we were shooting the film, York in January, tell you something, cold, very, very, very cold. We were constantly wrapped in huge jackets and given hot water bottles, and we were just like freezing.
Really? So in January, it's middle of heart of the winter season, so I'd imagine it would be cold.
I mean, we shot during Christmas. We shot in December, and then we had a short break, and then we continued shooting in January. So we shot around the Christmas period.
When did you guys shoot it? Was it a year ago or?
Yeah. So last December and Janury.
Wow. Okay. That's so cool. That you really had a real kind of authentic Christmas experience and weather too at the same time.
Yeah. It was amazing. York is so beautiful. It's such a gem, really. Beautiful.
It looks great on screen. It really comes through like this like homey kind of town that's like, what I mean, like a community, like you'd want to just visit and see it because it looks kind of out of this world in a way, Yeah,
it's really beautiful, and like a lot of people don't know about it, or kind of London is the center of England, and that's kind of when everybody thinks of England they think of London, but there are all these beautiful little towns and cities that need to be seen. I mean, York is beautiful, like really.
No, I'm glad you guys got to showcase it in a film. It definitely gives a different taste and element, and it works with the movie totally. Like that is a perfect, in a sense, town to place this movie. Like I really thought it was like almost a character in it.
Oh, thank you. I'll say thank you. I take that as a compliment.
Absolutely.
Well done to the producers or whoever chose to shoot it in York. But
Scout locators did a good job, certainly finding that.
yeah.
I heard a dog in the background. Do you have a dog, by the way?
Ooh, sorry about that. I have.
That's
3 dogs.
awesome. Are you an animal lover, a pet lover?
I mean, that is a great way to just sum up who I am as a person. I am obsessed with animals. I have 3 dogs. I have a cat. I have horses because I ride. So genuine, huge animal lover. Yeah.
Wow. Where do you guys keep the horses at?
I actually have there's a stable, like it's really convenient, like right next to my house. So just works.
Perfect. Do you ride the horses too, or just?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been riding since I was 3, so for quite a while.
Wow, 3 years old. I can't even imagine getting on a horse at 3, much as, right?
There's a picture of baby me on a horse, like this,
that's so cool.
with my arms out.
Oh, that's great. I love that you're so passionate about animals. I'm literally, like, this week was busy, but I am looking to adopt a pet next week. So I've been searching and yeah, I'm actually deciding, I think it's going to be a rabbit.
That's so cute. I've never had a rabbit, but I really want I wanted a rabbit super badly. I remember there was this pet shop right next to my school, and I would stop there literally every day after school, and I would bombard my mum with calls and messages begging her to get a rabbit because they had really cute white rabbits with blue eyes.
Yep, I had one like that. Actually, I'll show you a picture right here. I have one. This is my rabbit that I had previously. I have a little portrait of him.
That's so cute. Well, he or her?
It was a boy. Yeah. So
what was his name?
His name was Bunny. Very creative, right?
Love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had him for 6 years, and then he sadly passed away. And I've been looking to kind of get another rabbit. So I've been looking at him too. And it's like, I've learned a lot about him. Like, they're really neglected animals, and people kind of treat them as, like, just like Easter ornaments in a way, sadly, and just dispose of them. Yeah. So I've been looking at shelters, and they had a few. So I think I'm going to get one next week.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. Thank you. I'm excited about this too. When I go on, like, start looking at shelters, like, I start looking, like, I want to get them all. You know that feeling of just like, oh my God, I want to say yes to all of them.
Yeah, I'll have them all.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's gonna be my little Christmas present in a sense to myself, and it'll be the best thing I could get possibly.
I totally support that decision, and hopefully you can send me a picture somehow. I'll give you my details later because I want to see the picture of this rabbit.
And my sister's into like getting cats, so she always adopts like special needs cats. Like her current cat has 3 legs. So yeah, so she has a thing for like special needs cats. My mom has an elderly dog that I help take care of. So it's like my whole family. We're like huge animal lovers, and we're like big on adoptions. And I feel like it's my turn now that I've been without a pet for a little bit. So I'm excited.
I mean, I really couldn't see myself living without my pets. Like they're the best.
Family, right? They are part of your family.
Absolutely. I literally consider them as like my brothers.
Yeah. And you know what? I always say this: people can disappoint you and frustrate you, but an animal can never hurt you or disappoint you ever. They're so innocent, and they bring just so much joy. You don't even realize how much joy they bring to your life.
Yeah, 100%. And I read this thing the other day that was like, for an animal, like, I mean, an animal to you is like a small, short period of your life, but like to them, you are their whole life. And that I read that, and it really moved me. Like, I was like tearing up and everything, because that's just, imagine, like, they are all you know. Like, you are all they know.
Literally, and their lifespans are so much shorter, so that makes so much. Wow, I never thought about it that way. That is so.
I mean, for us, they're just a small fragment, like a small percentage of our life, but to them, we are everything. We are all they know, like from,
Yeah.
day 20 or whenever you get them to the last day of their life.
Wow.
Crazy.
It is crazy. I never thought, and especially imagine like saving or rescuing one
Exactly.
that's in a cage or whatnot, and then you save them from like that. You change their life too in that way too.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I started tearing up. Like,
that's so beautiful. It really is. I love that you said that, because that gives like a huge whole new meaning and perspective to the impact that we have. And it doesn't take much, to especially to adopt it, and there's not much sacrifice there to save a life in that way too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm always huge. I'm so glad to hear that you're a big proponent for animals, and you feel the same way, because I feel like we need people like that to speak out and help out, because like there's a lot of animals in need out there, and bad conditions and all. And, it takes one person to save or change a life and make a difference, so if we all kind of come together, a lot more animals will be saved, and just it'll be better for everyone.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Fantastic. I wanted to ask you also, what are some of your hobbies and interests? What are some things you like to do in your free time? Obviously, I learned you ride horses, so that's awesome. Any other interests and things you like to do?
Yeah, so obviously riding. Like I said, I've been riding since I was 3, and I do competitive show jumping. So like on the weekends, I'll either be, riding my horses, going to a competition. I had a competition yesterday. I have a competition this weekend.
Oh.
So I mean, that's mainly what I do in my free time. But obviously, I also like singing. I've taken singing lessons for a very, very long time. I think for about 6 or 7 years now.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a while. And obviously, I take acting lessons, and
You're doing well with that.
thank you. So yeah, I do. I spend a lot of time doing that. And then school. I'm in my last year of school, so it's a lot, but I really enjoy the things I do, so it makes it.
Are you planning to go to university next after? I mean, you're on that now, that's, I guess, that decision time in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So I definitely care a lot about like academics. It's definitely like a huge part of my life, and something that I have to obviously consider, throughout my career, and just, every day. But I'm taking a gap year, so I'm applying for deferred entry. So I have 1 year to kind of just like focus on myself and the things that I want to do for fun, or, some things that interest me that maybe I haven't been totally able to pursue because of my school and, my obligations and commitments. So I'm just taking a year to kind of, do whatever I want to do, and then I'll go to university.
And I like that, because like that school takes a lot of focus and time, and you're going to be there at least, a few years for sure, so like, why not kind of explore and find out before you delve into that commitment of school? And you're still, super young too. So it's not like, you're taking years off or anything. I think that could be really beneficial to you, kind of like, discovering yourself and your interests, and probably gives you a good mindset when you go to school already, what you want in the future afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so busy with everything that I do, with, the writing and school, and obviously acting and new projects and stuff. So having a year to kind of focus on like what I want to do for myself will be really, really relaxing, and just to have that for me. And then we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens with my, hopefully what will become a successful acting career. I don't know. We'll see.
You have options, which is great,
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you know yourself well, and what's good for you, in a sense that you think that this will be a good thing for you to take that gap year and, do what you need to pursue. That it just shows that your maturity and kind of level of understanding yourself, and what's good for you, and what you need in your life right now.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. I got to ask you about your name. Is Cats your real last name?
It is.
It's not a stage name, right?
Nope.
That
I
is
was born Hadar Cats.
I love that. That is. Does Hadar have a special meaning behind it?
So Hadar is a Hebrew name, and it means grandiose. So and it also means citrus fruit. Now I don't know what my parents were thinking at the time when they named me. I don't know if they were going for the more citrus fruit side of things or the more grandiose. But yes, my name means both apples and oranges and grandiose. So
that's a perfect combination, I think, in that way. But cats, I mean, I think it was meant to be. I mean, you're an animal lover. You have cats. You couldn't have had a better name. I swear that's probably the greatest thing that could have happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually spelled K-A-T-Z or Z. I know in America you say Z. But no, my parents went with C-A-T-S, and
I love it. That's fantastic. What a perfect thing. I'm like, I had to ask you about it. I'm like, because it's too good to be true in a lot of ways. And now hearing that you're such a big animal, I'm like, well, that just makes so much sense. It was meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of used to it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's great. Don't ever change it. Or I know people sometimes when they come out to Hollywood or not, they change their names. I think you have a great full name and your last name. It definitely separates you and makes you stand out.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I had a blast talking to you. It was so fun. I enjoyed your performance and seeing you in a film. It's good to see happy kind of, and this movie had a lot of heart in it too, no question, in a lot of aspects with friendships and parent and child dynamic and relationships. I just thought it was a great movie all around. And for your kind of big first role, I mean, you look like a pro,
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely. Keep on going at it because you definitely got something great going on. And yeah, I will definitely pass along a picture. I'm very serious on getting this pet and love to share it with you.
Please do. I want to see the picture of this rabbit and its name.
I will. There's a few already. I think there was a thumper I saw, which sounds beautiful and cute, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah, someone named it Thumper at the shelter. So yeah, I'm gonna make a wise choice, and there's no bad choice because you know what, you save a life, you save a life. So it all goes that way.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Hadar.
Very, very much for having me and for speaking to me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, it was a pleasure, and I'll stay in touch with you. You're on social media, right?
Yeah, all my social media handles are at Hadar Cats. So. Easy enough.
That'll be easy to find with that name. Absolutely. I'll be sending over a cool picture of a beautiful rabbit.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. And good luck on the competition tomorrow, right?
Thank you. Next weekend.
Oh, next week, this coming week. Yeah. Well, at least you have a few days to prep for it. So yeah, good luck on that. Stay safe and healthy to you and your family.
Likewise.
And hey, enjoy those holidays. You got it already going on in full swing.
Likewise. Have a wonderful Christmas. Very nice New Year. Hopefully better than 2020.
Absolutely. I think for all of us. I'll stay in touch. Talk soon then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Success.